So basically, this is what I'm thinking. You'll see in the middle, here's the core of what we already have, right? We have the four middle tower, the towers holding up the bars, and our base, and eventually I think we'll build a higher part here so we can fill up more workbenches or all the stuff we need. And eventually we'll build a trussing block screen to protect us from vultures to some extent. That's not fully fleshed in. But this is my real thinking here. So from the towers, we have angled walls going out on both sides, like this. And in fact, this one will also have one going out like on this side. So it's going to be, you see, like this one tower here has three walls going out from it. So two in the middle form the main wall with a gap. Um, Basically the hole to feed the zombies in. We got blade traps. I found out that we can set the blade traps like this, high and low, so you can actually get more in the same area. And then we can block these in with spikes. And then, of course, in here, a ton more blade traps. Just a wall. Probably we can even get them packed in tighter than that. I was just kind of throwing them down there. So basically, by the time they get in there, they're forced to have to go through this just crushing wall of death. If they want to attack these other things, well, we've got a big sea of spikes there. The other fun thing is that because these walls are attached to the main tower, the zombies seem to think of them as part of the same structure, which means if they want to waste their time attacking either of these walls, fine. I mean, they're really not that essential to us, except for the fact that they hold up a turret, or, of course, we could go out, and shoot from here. That's obviously here. We'll go down here if we want and set up a junk turret. We can, of course, go out here and, just shoot directly down. So we have a lot of options. Could they possibly take down one of these outside walls? Yeah, maybe, especially these. But they really don't matter. They're not there to prevent them from getting in, really. They're just to funnel them. If they want to waste their time attacking semi-useless walls, fine. What's the worst that could happen is that it would knock down a junk turret or a turret or something. And even so, this concrete will all be reinforced. I have not reinforced it in this video. So basically, that's the thinking. We've got good angles on it because from either side, I mean, I haven't done all these other sides, but they'll all be the same. So from either side, we can shoot on this attack way, we can shoot on this attack way, and then of course we can easily move, in between and to wherever they may attack. And of course, I was just thinking we might have something like shotgun turrets here to cover on either side to cover the actual entrance, or SMG turrets. Now, if we feel like there's too much risk that they might take the wall down, we can put the SMG turrets up on top of this, or something like that. Maybe up on this hard concrete or over here. We got all kind of options. But I feel like this is a pretty cool option because it gives us the gap that forces them to go in a certain direction, and also it really protects our turrets or our towers, because from when I've done some testing here, the zombies don't really seem to know. They attack different walls, and fine, because like again, to them all this thing is one big structure that's all connected, whereas to us, right, these walls are really not like functional. They're really there to just provide a purpose and give us shooting platforms. These ones on the sides are kind of reinforced with like multiple layers. The ones in the middle, these are just single block. Honestly, I feel like if they destroy these, it's especially who cares, because all it does is just give them more access to go inside where we're going to have all kind of blade traps and everything. And then, of course, we can fix this out however we much, but eventually, I left all this open in the middle because, we can drop grenades on them. And the nice thing about how this is set up is that, like, look, even if you're over here, you can have a junk turret, that can fire on them when they get in there. You can be lobbing grenades, and you're pretty far off the main attack, but it still works. I also kind of fleshed in that I might put in something like this. I feel like we're going to need a place to put generators that's going to be somewhat protected, so maybe we'll make little generator room here. 'Cause once the generators are down, we can string the wires through the walls, you know. But we don't want there to be able to shoot the generators ideally. That's pretty much it. I haven't really fleshed this out a whole lot. Just, you know, basically I tried to make it a fair copy of what we're working on here. And obviously, oh yeah, one more thing. Obviously, we would move our ladder probably, because the ladder, it would be very tricky for us to get in there after all this is done to get our ladder. So I don't know if we want to say move our ladder to the outside edge here or something like that. We can just decide what we feel like. And since, you know, as we know, the inside area here is very narrow. This is about the size we have, except of course one side is all taken up by boxes and stuff. So eventually, you know, somewhere in here we cut a ladder up to make an upper area where we can have, you know, workbenches and whatever. So that way we can get more space without having to make another whole thing of the over this way. Although we could, you know, nothing's in stone here. But anyway, this is what I'm thinking. I think this will actually be really cool, and I'm actually really excited to see how it'll work. The nice thing is, because once the design is done with coming out on all sides, wherever they go, they're going to be funneled into one of 4 directions. And if they go out and mess up, shooting up on the walls or whatever, fine. Obviously, we don't want them like chewing up these main towers, but they're gonna have to go through like a sea of spikes to get there, and we're gonna have good firing angles, you know, down on them if they do. So there's really no concern that we're not gonna be able to like blast them if they do that. Anyway, that's gonna be pretty much it. Just see you later.